guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video, and it is time to take a look at how good our boy is. LRUI Goku. Now, at the moment, you know, I am sort of riding the wave strong that I do think he is the best unit in the game. Many people are very strongly disagreeing with me on that, but it's fine. I mean, the blue fusions are insane, right? Like, if you think they're better, that's cool. I mean, definitely at their peak, they are better than LRUI Goku. I don't really think there's much of an argument there, right? Like, once, you know, you're busting out their active skills and stuff like that. Because that's the thing, right, is that UI Goku does not have an active skill attack the same way they do. Let me level this Goku up, and then we'll awaken him to LR. As you guys may have noticed, of course, there is that very strong detail about God Goku, this TUR Blue Goku, and then, of course, the LRUI Goku. All three of them are Super STR, and they're all on Representatives Universe 7. So what that means is that using the LR, the TUR, and the SSR, you are really setting up, you know, STR Blue Kaioken Goku to look very, very good with this LRUI Goku. So, you know, that's a thing. Like, this Goku is a very, very good companion piece to our boy, STR Blue Kaioken Goku. So, let me level him up, get him the SA20, and we will start taking him into some events. Alright guys, so we're here in an event. We are on the STR Blue Kaioken Goku event. We have our boy LRUI Goku at 55%. Not too bad, 75k defense at the start right there without any dodges. Remember, he is going to build up attack, defense, and ki when he dodges. At this point in the fight, I have not dodged a single time, and looks as though that's going to continue. You know, here's the thing. If you're not going to get a lot of these dodges off quickly in some of these events, like, you know, UI Goku's still going to be a great defensive unit, but his damage is not going to hit, like, the super crazy heights that he could potentially hit, right? So, like, even right here, you know, we could get a little bit of extra damage if we had God Topo Super first. 1.78, not the, see, again, that's not the craziest right there, but he does still have the 70% chance to dodge, and that is him without any of his passive built up whatsoever. You know, once you get a couple of dodges off, you're going to be looking good, but I guess a lot of that is going to depend, you know, where is the enemy going to be aiming their attacks? You know, if they're aiming their attacks right there at the start, you know, you can get your UI Goku to get several dodges in quickly. You're going to be able to rack up a lot of very impressive amounts of damage. But, you know, if you're getting unlucky with the placement, you know, that could hurt you a little bit. Whereas, you know, since basically now we're just directly comparing him almost to, like, the blue fusions, right? I really think that, like, even, like, Kale, Khalifa, and Gohan and Goten, I don't really think they're in the same tier as the blue fusions and UI Goku. I mean, I think at the very least, you know, even if you like the blue fusions better, which makes sense to me, UI Goku is on that same level, for sure. You know, with his dodging ability, that's going to be great everywhere, outside of, you know, like the last stage of the Legendary Goku event, as well as, you know, Infinite Dragon Ball history, you know, going up against Blue Gogeta and stuff like that. You know, that's going to hurt you a bit, but for the most part, oh, God Topo, what I think he doesn't have much potential. Yeah, he's got no potential system in him. He's SA1. Okay, cool. So I don't actually have to worry about God Topo taking out this Blue Goku right here. Alright, so this is Goku without any of his passive built up, but we are going to get his 18-key super attack, and we also do have God Goku over here. God Goku is going to be sharing Kamehameha, Godly Power, and Fierce Battle. So we are getting a lot of links active for this UI Goku, but actually, I wonder, I almost am curious to... Yeah, I think I actually want to use key up items right here because I want to see how much damage UI Goku is going to put out. Again, with only the 77% attack and defense at the start of turn, but he hasn't actually gotten any dodges in, right? I want to see what the damage number is going to be looking for there. But, you know, I guess if you have a situation where the boss is going to be spreading out their attacks all over the place, that is going to limit Goku's damage quite a bit, I think, because, you know, he has one of those passives that really ramps up damage as you're getting a lot of it. Okay, so he's under... I mean, that's really good damage considering nothing from his passive is active whatsoever, right? That damage is actually really good with the 70% chance to dodge. Now it's going to get a lot better, but, you know, there we got unlucky. He only got one of the two dodges. So this first sort of a fight right here, I mean, I guess this is a good indication of what can happen, right? You certainly can have scenarios here where maybe you're not able to get that many dodges, and that is going to help prevent this UI Goku from looking at his best. But defensively, he's pretty much always going to be like S tier defensively, like in all events. Like 70% chance to dodge, all the difficult events that makes him a godly unit. And even in the long events where eventually there's bosses that will cancel dodging, Goku by that point is very likely to have his full passive built up. So defensively, it's not really going to be an issue for him in that manner. Okay, so I'm going to put... I'm going to put UI Goku second right there, because I'm not going to use any key up items right here. This will get him basically his full passive, but again, we didn't really get too many opportunities to dodge. I'm going to use a defensive item here, not for UI Goku, but for God Topo, who would get destroyed. And then we do have God Vegeta here as well. Although I guess God Vegeta isn't actually sharing... Like, he does have links with LRUI Goku, but all the links God Vegeta has, Godly Power, Fierce Battle, Over in a Flash, those are links that God Topo has got. Anyway, God Topo does have Over in a Flash, right? I believe he does. No, he's Shocking Speed. Okay. But yeah, God Vegeta is not going to give any extra attack links to LRUI Goku, like, as opposed to, like, what God Topo has already got, right? So, let's see what damage we're at here. Now, again, this is him with his full key, but he doesn't have the Kamehameha link active this time, and he has only gotten, what, 1 dodge? So, geez, yeah, let me make sure that we actually go into an event next time, and we're fighting a boss that's actually going to aim attacks at UI Goku so we can get those dodges in, right? Because, like, here we are, I'm 6, 7 turns deep. There, okay, we didn't get a chance to dodge. Like, we're only at 2 dodges, 3 dodges, like 7+ turns deep. So, like, this was just a very unlucky sort of run. Will I finish this guy off next turn? Yeah, I will. Okay, let me just go ahead and cut. And we'll go into another event. I might just go into, like, the Legendary Goku event or something like that, or a long event, so that we can get these dodges in early and sort of see, like, these numbers that UI Goku's going to be able to put up. Because, again, like, he's going to be able to put up really good damage with the 70% chance, like, to dodge. Like, he's strong. There's no doubt about that. Alright, so now we're in another event with our boy LRUI Goku. He has no dodges right now, so none of his passive is active. We can sort of see him begin to ramp up the damage as we're moving through. The one good thing is that with his very, very good link set, a lot of the times I think it is going to be very easy for him to get a lot of super attacks off. I mean, many very powerful units in the game, things like LR Goku and Frieza, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Jiren, God Topo, like, any units that have got, like, Tournament of Power or Over in a Flash or even Prepared for Battle are going to work very, very well with this UI Goku, man. Like, again, his, like, super attacking is going to be super easy for him, and it only just gets easier as the event goes on, right? As he's able to dodge more and then build up more ki. His defense will be at a very, very good number, considering that he's also got the 70% chance to dodge. I mean, just the majority of the time going through, he is just going to be an absolutely outstanding unit. Again, I am really, really enamored with this card. Like, what they did, basically, was they took STR Whis, and they just made an LR version of that, right? Whereas, like, Whis, like, goes all the way down the path of defense, right? Whereas with LR UI Goku, like, he's got, like, all that defense, but then they give him a lot of extra power as he dodges, right? Because when Whis dodges, what he's doing is he's exponentially raising his defense every single time he gets a dodge. So, like, you get 3 or 4 dodges with Whis. From that point on, you're not really taking damage at all with Whis, right? Whereas with Goku, you get the dodges, he'll build up his defense, but the attack power is also going to skyrocket as he's getting the dodges. Okay, so this is a really good turn, but again, we're still pretty, like, early on in the event. I might go ahead and skip ahead a little bit, so that we can get a little bit better for this guy in terms of, like, his dodges and stuff like that, because, like, we're seeing a lot of him, and I'm just having these rotations over and over where I'm not really getting a chance to build up his passive, right? And what I want to do is I want to actually get him, way higher up where we have his passive built up. So let me go ahead and skip at this point. We're seeing, like, pretty much what his, like, sort of, like, floor level is, right? Like, the damage numbers he's putting up without the situation being, like, too overpowered for him. But we'll skip ahead once he's got his full passive and see the sort of damage numbers he's dishing out. 55%, no dupes, and all that. Alright, guys, so we're a bit deeper into the event. I believe Goku has had 5 dodges at this point, so we need 2 more for him to get to his full power. We do still have him linked up with the AGL God Goku here. Of course, is going to be a pretty decent linking option. You know, if you don't have like a whale account and don't have like a billion, you know, really good options, you know, you don't have like STR Blue Cow King Goku or anything like that. Oh, we didn't get the dodge. All right. So we still need 2 dodges. 3.69. I am okay with these numbers, right? Because it's not like, you know, we're not exactly rocking like B-Pan's active skill and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just like he's going to be in like that 2 to 3 mil range, I think, most of the time at 55%. But, I mean, his defense, I feel like when he goes to 100%, what's really going to increase is his damage numbers, right? Those are going to get a lot better as he goes up in the hidden potential system, whereas the defense, I think, it's going to be a lot easier for him to maintain that from, you know, 0% in the dupe system all the way to 100%, right? Because, again, you know, the dodging, 70% chance to dodge is just so crazy. Like, I am very much looking forward to when this Goku comes out on JP so I could take him into Extreme Super Battle Road. That is where you will be able to see how ridiculous this guy is. And, like, you know, if he's able to get, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 dodges, you know, before he gets hit for the first time in Super Battle Road, which, I mean, that's not, like, a crazy thing to say either. Like, you know, many times in Super Battle Road, you're going to get 4, 5, 6 attacks, slot 1, turn 1, right? So you get a bunch of those, and, like, even defensively, you know, he'll take damage. Like, he's not going to be taking double digits, but I think it's not going to be bad. You know, 20k, 30k, something like that, which, you know, in Extreme Super Battle Road with how crazy it is in there, I think that's going to be pretty good. Okay, ooh, this is a nice turn right here. Let me just heal up to full. All we need is, what, 2 dodges, and Goku will have his full passive. So that's going to be good. Looks like we're going to get him 6 key right there. We're also going to get a Dokkan attack. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up right here. I want to give him max key right here as well. And we only need to get 2 dodges, and he will be at his full passive. Then we got God Goku here, you know, sharing a few links. And then we also have the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku with some nice support as well. So let's see what what LRUI Goku does right there. Okay, there's one. Just give me a second one and we're good. Okay, just give me a second one. Okay, boom, there we go. Full passive active. Nice. All right, and let me see what this attack set's going to look like at the bottom here. I mean, anything over 4 million, obviously I'm okay with. Well, we have double... Well, most of his good links are active with God Goku. Then we do have support in the 3rd slot. So, yeah, I think he is going to be above 4 million right here at least, right? Let me see. Oh, he's at 5 million, actually. Okay. That's quite the jump. All right, well, 5 million is a lot for 55%. Now, at this point, his dodge chance has dropped from 70%, but it's still 50%, which is incredible. I always say that, like, when it comes to characters that can dodge, you don't want to rely upon characters that are under 50%, right? Like, that's just not... Just assume that they're not even going to be getting the dodges off, is what I would say. But 70%, and then, of course, you know, 50%, which is Goku's also got, you can really rely upon that. Like, that's something that is reliable. You are going to see. So, you know, this guy defensively is just on a different level. Now, like, when we're comparing him to the Blue Fusions, remember that the Blue Fusions, before they transform, I always say are better than people think. You know, they can have a 50% chance to dodge turn 1 as well, but in order to do that, you do have to float them off rotation. They have to be in the last spot of the rotation, which means you're going to lose them for several turns. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they can almost match Goku's dodging turn 1, but then at the cost of losing them for several turns, right? Whereas Goku, slot 1, where most of the damage is probably going to be sustained, he's got a better dodge chance, and you'll be able to get him back on that next turn, whereas the Blue Fusions, you know, you're going to have to wait a little bit. So that is definitely a strong advantage for him. All right, so we're at 131k defense right there. 55% with a 50% chance to dodge right here. That's good. I am definitely A-okay with those numbers. I like this Goku, man. I really do. I think he's an outstanding unit. There's the dodges. You know, his damage levels, 4.93 right there is super good. He's just all around great. At this moment, I still do think that I would put him as number 1, and I'd have the Blue Fusions tied at 2. Again, I don't really like to separate them, but I just think this dodge, like the damage numbers he's capable of dishing out with his dodge chance, it's too much. It's just way, way, way too much. It is. Now, offensively, he definitely can't match the transformed fusions, right? That's something that people definitely do need to understand, right? Because, like, that's always why it's difficult with some units to compare, right? Like, people aren't gonna be able to separate the image they have in their heads of the blue fusions, you know, like Gogeta, 6+ million attack stat, super effective against all types, you know, Vegito doing 3 super attacks, like, you know, one at 7 million and then the other 2 are at, like, you know, 6 million. Like, just that level of damage. They could bust out the active skill. You know, you could even have the turn. It's very difficult to do, but if you do their active skill super attack in slot 3, then they're able, like, you know, Vegito could do 4 super attacks plus have a 50% chance to dodge and the active skill. So basically he could do 5 attacks in a turn and have a 50% chance to dodge. Like, it's just like, it's so insane what the blue fusions are capable of, right? And yeah, those heights are definitely better than what UI Goku can do. But I would say in the vast majority of events, Goku's defense, the dodging, the consistent dodging is probably going to win out for me, I think. So, okay, let's go ahead and see what our boy is going to do right here. I think we should be able to get him up to max ki, which is good. I will just go ahead and use this item right here. I'm going to also use a King Yama to make sure that we don't die, because that God Goku does not exactly have the greatest defensive ability right there. Ooh, even with a 50%, even with a King Yama, our health could get pretty low. And then let's, of course, also use B-Pan's active skill. So we have Kamehameha, Godly Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power active. Every single one of UI Goku's attack links is active. The only link he doesn't have active, he doesn't have Prepared for Battle and Tournament of Power, but those are 2 key links, right? So here we go. Let's see what UI Goku does. All attack links active, 170% attack lead, and B-Pan's active skill. And he gets us to 5.76, no dupes. That's pretty good. You definitely could get higher than that too, right? If you use STR Blue Kaioken Goku and you get the Spirit Bomb off, you know, because then that would be an active skill buff as well. And he's got all those links. So, you know, 2 like active skill buffs, like that would just be insane. The damage again is going to be super high at that point. So there we go. LRUI Goku, absolutely outstanding. If you do pull for him, make sure you stop after 1 copy. Otherwise, you could be in a world of trouble. Alright guys, so this is Sign of a Turnaround, Goku Ultra Instinct Sign. His leader skill is Realm of Gods, category key 4 and 130% of stats. And he also gives Super STR 4 key and 100% of stats. Now, you know, when you're able to get the blue fusions on a team with this guy, that is going to be pretty much, you know, like, I think that's going to be the most formidable team in the game. That, like, having all 3 of those units on the same team together, I mean, you could do that on several different teams, but it's going to be so outrageous. His 12-key super attack is the Instinctive Punch, which disables enemy guard and does colossal damage. His 18-key super attack is the Kamehameha, which disables enemy's guard and does mega colossal. So I'm not impressed with disabling guard. That's the one thing, right? Like, you know, if we had a better effect than disable guard, that would be good for this guy, but, you know, he's good enough as is. His passive skill, Turning Tides of Battle, gives him 77% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets a 70% chance of dodging enemy attacks for 7 turns from the start of turn. And then he gets a high chance of dodging enemy attacks starting from the 8th turn, which is a 50% chance. So he does lose a 20% chance to dodge, but that's not really that big of a deal. And in most events, that's not even going to occur anyway, right? Then he gets an additional 1 key up to a max of 7, and 11% attack and defense up to a max of 77%, with each attack evaded, including super attack. So he is able to get to very high heights. Actually, we may not even have had his full passive active at the end there. Yeah, I think he actually might have been able to get a bit higher. Like, he's just able to get to, like, such ridiculous levels. Because, yeah, so he's able to dodge, what, 7 dodges? No, we did. We had his full passive active. Yeah, because it's 7 dodges, and then he gets his full attack, defense, and key. Like, 7 key and 77% attack and defense from that. Like, boy, that's good. Like, and from every attack dodged, like, I love his setup, man. His links are Kamehameha, Prepared for Battle, Godly Power, Over in a Flash, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. He's got one of the best link sets in the game. The only, you know, unfortunate thing is that UI Gokus don't have Super Saiyan, which is like the most common attack link. That's like the only negative about UI Goku units, really. 12 key multiplier, 150%, 24 key, 200%, as we would expect. And then he is on several different category teams, right? So he's on the Universal Survival Saga, a monster buff. And then don't forget Kabe, man. I mean, dude, Kabe now, for sure, I would say is the best 50% support type unit. I haven't won. I mean, when you consider STR Blue Kaioken, Goku, Jiren, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, UI Goku, like, the Super STR units, LR Blue Gogeta, the Super STR units he can work with very well, just makes Kabe, I think, the best one. And his super attack effect is the crazy attack and defense for 9 turns, so it's just so nuts. Then he's on Realm of Gods, which, I mean, I still think Pure Saiyans has, like, the best category roster, but, like, I mean, we just got LR Rose, LR God Goku, LR UI Goku, LR Blue Gogeta, LR Blue Vegito, like, it's just so much to Realm of Gods, right? He's also on Pure Saiyans, which, of course, I mean, you know, this UI Goku is on Pure Saiyans as well. So, you know, the what I think was the best category roster now gets the best unit in the game added to it, which is big. He's also on Representatives of Universe 7, which is huge. Look at this. We just got all of these right here. Super STR, Representatives of Universe 7 units. All of them are very, very relevant to this team. It's a huge deal. Makes this Blue Kaioken Goku capable of using that Spirit Bomb really, really big. And they're all able to dodge, too. Like, it's just, these units are so nuts. Then he's also on the Goku family team, which, you know, I mean, this team, how ridiculous is that? And then finally, Kamehameha, which also, I mean, this guy is going to be a god on the Kamehameha team. All of those units with different links, and then this guy's got Tournament of Power, Prepare for Battle, and Over in a Flash. He is going to be one of your first picks for this team, you know. AGL, LR Gohan, UI Goku, Blue Vegito, Blue Gogeta, and, like, you're off to the races. It's so insane. So, let me know what you guys think of this guy. I do think he's number one, absolutely deservedly. He's crazy. I mean, look at his attack. His attack is 19,400 at 55%. So nuts. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.